Hello everyone, welcome to Any Pluto. Let's start the video. Quite a long time ago there carried on with an exceptionally extraordinary magician whose name is Gaius. He had 3 mystical peaks and he expected to have the 4th one so he would be extremely strong to become more grounded, so he chooses to resurrect later on renewed 5,000 years after the fact as Matthias to acquire the 4th peak. Here he is reawakened as 3rd child of Heilsheimer family. His uncle misjudged his influence yet was exceptionally stunned when he killed an evil spirit. Later Matthias chooses to go to an illustrious institute, so he visits the capital city and he meets individual foundation confidant Alma and Luri at a sword shop. The proprietor of the shop couldn't help them in enchanting their blade, yet Matthias helped them inside a couple of moments, and this made them shocked in light of the fact that they heard that he was the one that cast a strong spell on Larry's sword. Commander Julie requested a battle and Matthias won him before the group, and they were astounded about his influence. He has all around cast a strong spell without reciting any mantras, and this further shocked the understudies. The chief then called him to his office and requested that he assist with showing the understudies his incredible expertise, which he consented to. He showed the understudy an enchanted ability that hasn't been existing for a very long time. Few moments later the understudies mastered one of his abilities and turned out to be great at it. During his school rivalry with a greater school, he understood that one of their understudies is a devil and he uncovered him. He then cast an extraordinary spell and killed the evil spirit. This got even the rule exceptionally stunned, so he took Matthias to meet the Lord and he hailed his valiance and asked him for his desired prize. He answered that he might want to visit the prison, which contains a ton of uncommon old instruments, and the ruler concurred. The ruler additionally requested his viewpoint about the evil presences, and he made the ruler realize that the evil spirits will not proceed to stow away yet, rather they would return to attack the nation. So to safeguard the country he was relegated the errand to make a hindrance that would keep the evil spirits from entering at the prison. He saw his old sword that he typically makes use of in his pearl chain, so he took them with him to make a major obstruction. To get some assistance, he chooses to show Alma and Luri a greater amount of his mysterious ability. He showed Alma how to utilize a strong supernatural bolt ability and Luri how to project strong spells, and in the wake of rehearsing they were sufficiently talented to kill a savage alchemist canine that moved toward them. Later Matthias went down to the lower part of the prison so he can get more data about the boundary in it. He battled a risky snake and cut off its head by utilizing an otherworldly spell. He auctions off the monster beast head and had an enchanted stone that he got subsequent to killing it. Everybody thought it was large enough for a fortune, yet Matthias felt it was simply too little, and the cash they got from the sales them 3 shared similarly. While on their visit he detected that 2 evil spirits were going to his school, so he let Lori and Martha know that they needed to return to school so they could ward the evil spirits off. He battled with the more grounded devil and Luri and Alma battled with the more fragile one. Perceiving how strong he was, the evil presences needed to get away, yet with all his assistance he killed the devil, who fell with a noisy string, and everybody start commending him and his companions for their boldness and influenced the ruler by compensated him for his expertise. Lori and Alma for helping him out. While talking he stopped the Lord and called out and killed the undetectable evil spirit that was as watching and hearing all that they were saying, and the Lord was exceptionally grieved due to the daringness of the evil presences, so Matthias proposed to go to the devil's territory to clear them out. To start his assignment he went to his old companion. They didn't remember him from the outset, yet when she got to discover that he was the virtuoso alchemist folks, she was exceptionally glad to see him once more, and she helped them out in transportation via air, since in such a case that they were to go by foot, they would spend a portion of a year on their excursion. When he got to the evil presence side, he killed off the first he saw into pieces. They entered the structure, yet the evil spirits had stowed away them so they couldn't see them, so he cast a spell that broke their charm, and Alma shot her bolt at the devil, yet the evil spirit was more grounded for her powers to catch the best. He started projecting spells and utilized the inward psyche strategy to speak with his companions, and with their assistance he effectively killed the evil presence that had previously changed into a major beast. Later he cast a spell of residue out of sight that caused all evil spirits that were stowing away to be seen, and they battled enormously against one another. Each of the spells the evil presence projected him significantly affected him, yet the main spell he cast that the evil spirit made it detonate, and his old companion assisted them with leaving the obliterated put, and to follow them on their excursion she went to her human structure back at school. The head administrator lauded him for killing the strong devils as he introduced Edgar's horn to the school, and he requested that the chief acknowledge his old companion to the school. As his award, she was put through a sword battle test by Skipper Cleverness, yet she held his sword like it was nothing, and when she went after him she made the school wreck, and this made even the chief terrified as they considered how strong she was. Later the gathering of four left to look for an enchanted stone so they can frame the boundary, yet on their way they went after by a few monster and the women them handily to get the devils that were prowling around. Hazy cast an incredible spell, effectively an iris mixed it with some spell, yet the entire structure started to implode, making them run out. Later a devil went after them, yet Iris attempted to crush it down with only a tremendous blow, yet it didn't kick the bucket. Then they accumulated every one of their powers and exertion, and they effectively killed the beast. Subsequent to killing it, Iris got a huge wizardry stone from the passing that they can use to make a hindrance, so they went to obliterate school regions and practice to further develop their abilities in light of the fact that frantic ties would be depleted of energy while projecting the boundary. The school chooses to help him out, yet Mad has felt that a devil was near, and to get the devil, Alma and Lurie utilized their influence to draw out the devil, and they struck it to death. Matthias put a huge heap of magistones, yet an evil spirit came to take it, and before he could, the understudies annihilated his spell. Later they found it hard to hold out his influence, so Foggy cast a strong spell as Matthias had shown her, and they had the option to annihilate the evil presence. Later a gathering of evil presences came around, yet Matthias was at that point around, so while overhead he killed every one of the evil presences with the strike of his influence, and the school lauded him for aiding them out. Later with his influence he utilized it to open the enchanted stones to project a boundary, and he effectively did it, so the chief granted them with a grant to save the nation by killing the evil spirits. Matthias and his companions set out for their assignment, and they utilized the savvy monkey that he got to make supper while it was late around evening time. Later he saw a ton of debilitated individuals in the country that they were in, so he utilized sorcery to protect the perishing individuals, and they lauded him. Even the specialist warmly greeted him and considered how a young man had such incredible abilities, and they had an incredible accomplishment for the gig that they had done. Later, as they would prefer, they got gone after more by a strong evil spirit who had set himself up for Matthias, yet utilizing his brain talking procedure he imparted to his companions, and utilizing his full fourth enchantment technique, he shrewdly killed the old devil, and they supported the triumph. When they got to school they saw that it was under recreation from Iris destruction. To expand their experience rank they need to finish a positioning test, yet entertaining sufficient. The ruler came to help them, and Matthias got to battle with one of the Lord's strongmen. They traded such countless strong blows, yet Matthias later crushed him, so he gave him a book that can assist him with fostering his supernatural ability to accomplish the most elevated rank. They killed a ton of devils on their experience. At a point in the road they saw that individuals were in a daze brought about by evil presences, so he utilized an enchanted gem that cleared out wicked sorcery on individuals. However, at that point the evil spirit that had projected the spell on individuals took off to save his life, and the gathering arranged a brilliant approach to catching the strong evil spirit. When they snagged him they went after him irately, and keeping in mind that he needed to escape from them they tossed colossal sorcery on him that made him tumble to the ground. In the meantime there was as yet a gathering of evil spirits around, so they set themselves up. The devil who had recently gotten away from their span descended, so Matthias quickly cut off his head. This made the other evil presences assault the journey for retribution, yet with their consolidated exertion they killed every one of their evil presences, making them a stride ahead in accomplishing the most noteworthy position. Their last triumph was to kill Zardius, the best evil presence master that had extraordinary abilities, so they chose to return to their school with the expectation that Matthias would before long proceed to kill the devil alone. Yet when they got to school they met Zardius making devastation, and Ian Matthias battled. Then Matthias saw that the devil was strong as well as extremely gifted. Zardius was later ready to strike a strong hit on Matthias, and interestingly Matthias got injured while battling, and his power became more fragile. Yet with his excess supernatural life and spell left he charged a counter-assault against Zardius, which made him lose the majority of his ability to help distraught Ties. His companions had a go at passing an extraordinary mysterious sword to him, and when he got it the nervousness has proceeded with their weighty legendary battle overhead, and Matthias attempted to balance out his power before he went after Seduce strongly and wound up removing the devil body into two. After the battle they were completely saved from the weighty debacle. To grant them for their boldness the Lord conceded them the chance of taking anything they wished from the regal save, and he didn't give Matthias a significant position since he said he wishes to simply be a globetrotter, and they took all that they want from the save by and by Realmize was in a difficult situation, so they asked the consistently extraordinary magician for his assistance, and he concurred. Around evening time he met with Lori, who had consistently cared deeply about him at the rear of the school as a result of the manner in which he moved toward her. She thought he needed to kiss her, however at that point he put his favorite jewelry on her, and when it was daybreak she set out for their experience of killing evil spirits. Thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe to Any Pluto.